Y'all trying to make dinner tonight? I am. I'm making some dinner on a Monday, Sunday dinner on a Monday. So let's get our chicken. I got some chicken wings from the grocery store and I cleaned them really good. And now I'm going to go in with my seasoning. I used garlic powder, onion powder, Montreal chicken seasoning, smoked paprika, and creole marinade. And I'm going to lather that really, really good. And just let it marinate. And then I'm going to go in and massage it. Y'all, oh my God. So that chicken marinade is really, really good. So, of course, I put my gloves on and I am going in to massage that chicken and just, rubbing his back, rubbing his thighs, rubbing his leg, all the good stuff. I'm just making sure that this seasoning is well incorporated so that it has a lot of flavor on top of the extra ingredients that I'm going to add in a little bit. Now it's time to slice and dice these bell peppers. So I have a medium size green bell pepper that I'm going to cut up. Y'all, I'm not the best cutter, so do not come for me. But, I get the job done. My knives are awful. And, I'm going to make it do what it do. So I'm going to go ahead and cut these bell peppers up. And this is the same process, y'all. So you see me cutting up a red bell pepper. This one's about a small size red bell pepper. And I'm taking the middle out, of course, and doing the same thing that I did with the other one. So, yeah. She ain't crying. Mm-hmm. I'm tired, ain't you, Cassie? That's a lot of work. Fake cry, ain't it? She still better going to sleep. And I had half an onion in my refrigerator, so I'm going to cut that onion up. I'm not really big into adding a lot of onions to my chicken, so I just wanted to use what I had and go ahead and get rid of the onion that I had. So I'm going to chop this up as well and add that to my pan, and you see me adding it to there, just to the bottom. I have noticed that once you add like the bell peppers and onions to the bottom of your pan, it just gives your chicken a little bit more flavor. Now on to my gravy type sauce. This is going to be some cream of mushroom. I did use a small can of that. And I also used a can of cream of chicken. And I used a large can of that. And I am just going to put that in a bowl and make sure that I mix it really, really well together. Just to incorporate those ingredients. You can also use like cream of celery. Or you can do just one of the cans. You don't have to do both if you don't want to. I just like the way these two taste together. So you see me mixing these together really, really well. And now I'm going to go ahead and lay my chicken on my pan, and I don't put it in there any particular way. I didn't even fold the chicken's legs like I usually do. I just really just put it in there. So I'm putting these chicken wings in the pan, and now I'm going to go ahead and add in the little gravy sauce that I mixed together, the cream of chicken and cream of mushroom. And make sure y'all get all that sauce out of there. It gives it so much flavor. And that remainder of bell pepper onion that I cut up, I'm just going to add that to the top. And I also added some chicken broth to the side. So like in the little pockets, I did add some chicken broth. That's going to give it like a little gravy. I forgot to get it on camera, but I did add chicken broth as well. And then I'm going to go in and cover this up with some foil. And I already preheated my oven, so the oven is preheated to 375. And I'm going to pop this in the oven for 40 minutes. No, 45 minutes. Now it's time to make my macaroni. So my noodles are already boiled and they are cooling off. And so I did 2 cups of milk, 2 teaspoons or tablespoons of butter, unsalted butter for me. And I'm going to let that melt down. And then I'm going to go in with just a little bit of flour to make this into a roux. So you see this butter melting, and like I said, I'm going to go in with some flour and just turn this into a roux, and then I'm going to go in and add my milk. So once I add in my milk, I do add it slowly. I let it thicken up, and then I add the second cup. Like I said, I did do 2 cups. Once this thickens to my liking, I go in and add some cheese. I did mild cheddar cheese and sharp cheddar cheese. And I get a 2-pound bag and I add 1 pound of each to the liquid. And then I let it thicken. And I do not like bland macaroni, so I'm going to go in and add some Slap Your Mama and not overdo it, but I do like that Creole seasoning and Creole taste. So this just gives it that extra little kick that it needs to bring out all those flavors and add to the cheese. And of course, I'm going to pour this sauce over my noodles and then I put it in the oven to cook. And I'm going to let that cook for about 45 minutes as well. Now it's time to make the yams. So I bought 4 yams from the store, sweet potatoes, I guess I should say. I bought 4 sweet potatoes. I'm going to peel those and then I am going to cut them up into small little pieces. They are not the perfect size cut or anything like that. I honestly don't care. I'm going to eat it regardless. But I did cut them up nice and small because I'm going to be cooking these on the stove rather than in the oven. And so, yeah, I am peeling this potato and then I'm going to cut it, of course, and then I'm going to wash it. So when you're washing your sweet potatoes, you want to make sure that your sweet potatoes, the water is clear. So as many times as it takes to let you clean them or you clean it, then that's what it is. So wash those potatoes until the water is clear. So it may take a couple tries and that is okay. And while I am cutting up these potatoes, I do have 2 sticks of butter melting on my stove, and that is going to be how I get my sugar melted. So my butter is melting. Now I'm going to go in with some light brown sugar, add that to the melted butter, and that is going to melt down. It's going to turn into like a candied sugar. And then I'm going to also go in with some white sugar. And my sugar, y'all, it be so good. And also, I added a little bit more butter. I don't know how much, but it wasn't a whole stick. So I went in and added just a little bit more butter just because I kind of overdid it with the brown sugar. So then you see me with some nutmeg, cinnamon, and vanilla, and also some salt, just a pinch of salt for taste, to kind of get rid of that tangy. And so everything is melted down, and now I'm going to go in and add in my sweet potatoes. Just because I did clean them off, the water ran clear, and it's time to add them. So you're going to put that in there, let it simmer, put a lid on it, you guys, and make sure you stir it up occasionally. And once you stir it, yeah, it's gonna be good. So now I'm just doing a check. The 45 minutes is up on my chicken. I'm gonna uncover it, but I wanted to take a peek. So of course it's not done, y'all, but it was 45 minutes on 375 degrees. So I uncovered it, and now I'm going to preheat my oven to 400 and let it sit for another 20 minutes while it's uncovered. But I'm going to add these onions and bell peppers to the top of the chicken just to cover it up a little bit and give it some more flavor while it cooks uncovered. And so, like I said, that's those sweet potatoes, y'all, those yams, they have been doing what they did. So it's really, really good. So now on to the green beans, y'all. So I got these green beans, and I do cut the ends of my green beans off, and I'm going to wash these really, really good. They did come pre-washed, but you can never trust it enough. Like, wash them again. Just like you wash your hands and wash everything else, wash them again, y'all. So I washed them. Now I'm going to oil my pan, and I am using vegetable oil. And then I'm going to go in and add my green beans to that pan. Once my green beans are added, I'm going to add some more oil to it. And y'all, look at this. Look how it's bubbling. Oh my gosh. So I always do a taste test just to see if I like it. And it's been sitting for about 15 minutes now. And I'm going to go ahead and add it to another pan. Look at that, y'all. And you know when your sweet potatoes are done or yams are done, when you can stick a fork through it and it just kind of, it goes through easily. There's no difficulty time or anything like that. Getting the sweet potatoes off the fork, it just goes straight through. So I'm going to cover that and put it in the oven. And I uncovered my mac and cheese as well. I'm hungry. It's about time to eat almost. Now, look at this. Now back to these green beans. So I did add some chili flakes, red chili flakes. I also added some Parmesan garlic. That's what it is. Parmesan garlic seasoning. Y'all, 10 out of 10. And this is everything. Oh, I did cook some rice as well, y'all. I be forgetting. Y'all, look at this chicken. Look at this chicken. It's so good. But yeah, y'all, everything was really, really good. It was yummy to my tummy. And I'm super excited because I'm getting in my Betty Crocker. She baked. I'm not a baker. I'm getting into my, I don't even know who I'm turning into, but I'm here for it. Look how fluffy that rice is, y'all. Like, what? Who told me to throw down like this? Maybe I did, but yeah, this was some good food. Soul food on a Monday.